the angry movie nerd, and I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. The angry movie nerd. I'm the angry movie nerd. This movie's just a great big turd. I'm the angry movie nerd. Angry movie nerd. The angry movie nerd. This movie's just a great big turd. I'm an angry movie nerd.
Well, back with another movie review. Yeah, today I'm going to be talking about the classic Drop Dead Fred. Drop Dead Fred is a fucking classic. You either love it or hate it. Drop Dead Fred. Oh man, this was one of my favorite movies growing up and still is to this day. The only pity is, if you want to watch it, you have to get it through a legal means, or you have to buy a Region 2 DVD, or pay out your ass for the DVD in Region 1, since it's out of print. You're going to pay quite a chunk of change. Lucky I bought this a while back and got a pretty good deal on it, but right now it's bringing anywhere from 40 to 60 bucks used. That's how great Drop Dead Fred is. Drop Dead Fred is the story of a girl named Elizabeth Cronin, and they call her Lizzie.
Lizzie, I'm sorry.
When she's a child, she has an imaginary friend named Drop Dead Fred, played by the late great Rick Mayall. And Fred does a little bit of everything. And I mean, it even goes down to him actually getting dog shit on his shoe and rubbing it on furniture.
Got some dog poo right here. All alongside, all up there. Lovely, smelly dog poo.
Drop Dead Fred, the story of a girl who grows up and realizes that her husband, or soon-to-be husband, whose name is Charles, who's played by Tim Matheson, is a womanizer.
This car looks great, topless.
I think a car should represent its owner, don't you?
And she has this good friend that she talks to all the time. And I think her name is Janie. I could be wrong. Played by the late, great Carrie Fisher.
I realize you're feeling pretty conflicted right now.
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Charlie is in there. No, you can't.
Well, needless to say, Fred gets in a lot of trouble with Lizzie when she's the little kid. And her mother's just had enough of Drop Dead Fred. So she duct tapes him in a jack-in-the-box where he stays for years.
Elizabeth, if you ever touch this again, I'm going to throw it in the trash. And do you know what will happen next? He will be crushed to death.
Years later, Lizzie's life's falling apart, so she decides to go back to her childhood home and live with her mother. But Drop Dead Fred shows back up, and that's when it all ensues. Drop Dead Fred is kind of like a Beetlejuice type character. He's like, only she can see him, and he can do this magic stuff. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, the mother's finally had enough. Drop Dead Fred destroys a boat of Janie's, a houseboat, and her mother takes her to get these pills that's going to make her forget Drop Dead Fred. But the thing about it is Fred is trying to help her get her husband Charles back, or soon-to-be husband Charles back.
I love him.
Now here's a few scenes to show you the gist of some of Drop Dead Fred's antics.
the bad. I love playing pirates.
Hi, Fred.
Hi.
Fred.
What?
Don't touch anything. Fred.
What?
What did you just touch?
Nothing, I didn't touch anything.
What did you touch?
Just the little red one, it doesn't do anything.
Anyway, Drop Dead Fred came out in 1991. Rick Mayall passed away. It wasn't too long ago. He was a great comedic actor. I mean, he had did other stuff, including, he was in other shows. I think he was British. I could be wrong. He was in a TV series called All About George. He was in a movie called Cold Dark. And seems like the people remember him most for playing Drop Dead Fred. But he did more stuff other than Drop Dead Fred. He was just a great comedic actor. You know, Carrie Fisher, of course, everybody knows, was Princess Leia. Tim Matheson had a role in Black Sheep with Chris Farley. He was also in the movie National Lampoon's Animal House. We had the main character of Lizzie. She was played by Phoebe Cates, and Phoebe Cates was in Gremlins and Gremlins 2, the new batch. And she also showed her titties in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So yeah, Drop Dead Fred. I love this movie. Yeah, I know the anger's not coming through, but Drop Dead Fred is just amazing. And I just really love how Drop Dead Fred insists on calling Lizzie's mother a mega bitch.
Oh my God! The mega bitch! Let me at her! Begone, evil one! Oh, my head! The mega bitch squashed my head! The bitch! She squashed my head! The evil one reigns supreme!
That scene right there is enough to watch this movie, including a scene where he decides to look under women's dresses.
Charlie! Sharp! The pandas! No pandas!
And we can't forget that there's other imaginary friends like Go to Hell Herman and all this shit. Yeah, check out Drop Dead Fred. It's a good fucking movie.
Go to hell, Herman! Ah! Fred! Ah!
This was requested, a requested review by a good friend of mine, Brandon Owens, and I'm sure his sister Andrea will enjoy it too. This is a special episode just for them, so that they can see what I think about Drop Dead Fred. I think it's fucking amazing. It's funny. It's well written. It's just great. I mean, hell, if you gotta love Drop Dead Fred. If you don't love Drop Dead Fred, there's something wrong with you. What the fuck? Drop Dead fucking Fred, man. Drop Dead Fred is the shit. Drop Dead Fred is as good as Howard the Duck, even. And I know what you're thinking. Howard the Duck sucked. Well, you know what? You can go fuck yourself. Howard the Duck was a great movie. Yes, my anger's going to come through. If you hate Howard the Duck or Drop Dead Fred, you're not worth a piece of toilet paper on a day when you have the runs. Yeah. Drop Dead Fred. Make sure you check it out. This has been another episode of The Angry Movie Nerd. And yeah, my anger came out a little bit, but soon I will find that great movie that's just a piece of fucking shit that I can just tell you how shitty it fucking is. But until then, enjoy this. Drop Dead Fred, a 1991 classic. Get your hands on it. Watch that shit. Yeah, Drop Dead fucking Fred. That's what I'm saying. Drop Dead fucking Fred. Say it with me. Drop Dead fucking Fred. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.